Ladies and gentlemen, just of the interwebs out there, especially and regional stuff, Cinephile and Blade, the MCU's Blade, has lost a second director. So let's geek about that for a scant few minutes. Now, apparently, the director Jan Demange, who's from Lovecraft Country, exited the project a while ago. Uh, Details the rap, according to the rap, said to be an amicable split, and that I guess they're back to square one. Marvel is kind of more concerned with getting things right as opposed to rushing forward with the project, which I credit them for doing. Because as I've said in past videos, there's nothing wrong with them doing lesser known characters, lower tier sort of characters. It's just a matter of getting the story right and not giving us shit that sucks. Plain and simple. The original director, Bassem Tariq, left the project in 2022 and it was originally set to release November 3rd, 2023. The movie ended up being delayed to September 6th, 2024, and now it's set for November 7th, 2025, with Mahershala Ali set to be Blade. If that happens, because you gotta wonder if it comes to a certain point where he's gonna be like, I'm tired of waiting on getting this started. There could be other projects that are coming along that he can't, that he might be interested in, that he can't schedule because he's in a constant holding pattern for Blade again. And Ali is a fantastic actor. Fantastic. I was surprised when he was cast as Blade, and of course there's that brief voiceover scene in the Eternals where we know it's him. You don't. It's just some random dude saying something to Dane Whitman, I think, the Black Knight. We know who it was. Moviegoers probably aren't gonna know who it was. It's just some rando dude saying something off screen. Another stinger that Marvel did that didn't really set up shit to this point. Because is there gonna be an Eternals sequel? Probably not. There shouldn't be because the movie sucked. Um, but apparently they're going a different route with this, obviously. But it's like, again, Ali, fantastic actor. Spring Chicken? No, he's not. So it's like, I mean, dude ain't getting any younger. You're imagining, you of course look at all these and treat all these projects as tentpole franchise sort of things that are going to get you at least three movies. And, I mean, they take anywhere from, you know, 3 to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to develop. I mean, this has already, been developing for the past couple of years. So it's like, I mean, 10, 12, 15 years, are you going to get that much out of him? Is he going to want to stay on that long as he gets older? And all these questions. Again, fantastic guy, fantastic actor. Don't know if he was exactly right for Blade. Now, the script is being written by the writer of the upcoming Fantastic Four movie, so I'm really curious as to how that's going to turn out from the guy going from Fantastic Four to Blade. I mean, writers are talented; they can go across genres. Um, so I'm kind of waiting to see. I know I'd seen some people online, those types that are just in that corner that just want to say dumb shit. And I saw one guy was like talking about how he was commenting on, I guess, the ethnicity of the past directors and saying that they shouldn't be trying to focus on getting, basically, they shouldn't be trying to focus on getting uh, a minority director to direct the character, and they should just focus on, the skill, not the gender or race or what have you. And I'm like, bro, it's like the same people that say that then immediately, without fail, will still shit on um, any sort of minority, woman or minority, that gets put in a directorial role as some sort of like diversity box check. So it's like they say this shit, but then they also say this dumb shit too. And it's just, you can't win with those people. We understand that. They're going to be over there spitting their vitriol. Always have. Always will. Fuck them. But I just want good movies. As I said, on another, that same website, well, in that same comment stream, somebody was talking about like other characters they were bringing forth, and It brought up She-Hulk, and I thought She-Hulk was fantastic. It was like stepped right off the page of a John Byrne run of She-Hulk, and it was crafted within the confines of the MCU as it has currently been constructed narratively, so it fit in that world, and it was fantastic. Um, I don't want them to get in a position, or people to want them to get in a position where they're just rebooting the OG Avengers again and again and again. I want them to do other characters. I want them to do other like lower tier sort of characters. I want this next Avengers, Young Avengers or Avengers Next, whatever they're gonna do with your Kate Bishops and whoever else is gonna come down the pike. Like you can't just keep doing Iron Man, Cap, and Thor. Like they had a chunk of time, they're gone. Like let's get to other characters, and then let's also get to the X-Men, and then eventually, hopefully, long-term plan. It's gonna take a while, but let's get a proper X-Force movie. That's what I want. But the key is to just make good movies, not make movies that suck. That's like that's all you have to do. Like everything, like the majority of things leading up to Endgame were great, outside of a few missteps and bumps along the road. Your Iron Man 2, your Iron Man 3, your second Thor, your Love and Thunder. There really haven't been any like clunkers outside of like those movies. And then everything since Endgame has been pretty like hit or miss, mostly miss. So it's just do better work. Give us better shows. Give us better movies. No matter the character. And I think they can do that if they just work at it. So I'm excited for Blade. I was a huge fan of the Wesley Snipes trilogy. Um, Third one, not so much, but it still had Ryan Reynolds doing Ryan Reynolds stuff, so that kind of made up for it. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Blade brought into the MCU as it is currently constructed. Remains to be seen how it all plays out, but will this setback signal more problems down the line? Ali eventually just separating himself amicably from the project, saying, hey, scheduling conflicts with whatever other movie he gets. Remains to be seen how it all plays out. I mean, you brought the dude on stage at Comic Con and all that kind of stuff. You were announcing stuff before you really had a grasp on what you could do with it and when it could really come out. Pulling some DC shit with that whole. You remember that shit that DC laid out, their whole Snyderverse plans, all that bullshit. So I don't want them to do that. I want them to speak about what they have going, not just say in 2028 we're going to do this film, that film. Like, have a plan, have a script, have a good script, have a director attached, a good director attached, and and go from there. But remains to be seen how it all plays out. We'll find out together as we always and often do. You know what I mean? But those are my thoughts on it. Scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know what comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Until next time. Always, of course, let us geek.